Identified witness, referred to as Mrs. K, is testifying at the state capture inquiry. This is about the State Security Agency-related evidence. The Commission has heard shocking revelations about the agency in the past 2 days. It's been revealed that for years the agency was being used for political and private interests. Reporter Barry Bateman, following proceedings, joins us now. Barry, good afternoon to you. So let's start at the beginning. There was another attempt today to halt proceedings. What was that application concerning, and how then did Judge Zondo rule?
Yeah, good afternoon, Jeremy. For a third day in a row now, there have been attempts before we get to witnesses by implicated parties to have the proceedings delayed, postponed, or the witness not testify at all, which was the case today. The argument being that the witness that was scheduled to testify was identified as a Mr. Y. But we learned today that Mr. Y is unfortunately just come out of a coma. But there is Ms. K, who worked closely with Mr. Y, who would simply be called to confirm the statements made in Mr. Y's affidavits. Well, that was the objection from the implicated parties. They're saying that they had no knowledge that this person would be coming to testify today. Therefore, it was a breach of the Rule 33 requirements. They also objected to the fact that there was this application brought today, which they say was a last-moment application, that they were not notified that this witness testify from a protected location. Well, Deputy Chief Justice Raymond Zondo, hearing the argument for more than an hour and a half, finally finding that he condones the late application. He accepted that this witness will not stray further than anything else that Mr. Y says, and he ruled that the matter can go ahead, and that's where we are now. And
go ahead it did, and she wasn't pulling any punches, confirming that most operations of the SSA Special Operations Unit were unlawful.
Absolutely, and we are going to get into the details of the specific operations after lunch, but making it quite clear that there was this parallel structure that was established within the SSA, where front companies were established and funds channeled in order to siphon funds out of the SSA for the benefit of members and their associates. We're talking a widespread corruption within this organization, and it was being led directly from the top. Before we went to the break, Jeremy, we got read out a few names by this witness. She was asked to confirm, and she said from an executive level, the abuse occurred under the leadership of Minister Siyabonga Twele, David Mahlobo, and Bongani Bongo. And she went on to record some of the executives that were in over the period, including Arthur Fraser. And that's where we had stopped, and we're going to go into the exact details of the various projects where these monies were siphoned and services provided unlawfully after the break.
And that break ends at 2 o'clock this afternoon, and live coverage on eNCA when we pick it up. Barry Bateman, thank you. President